Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new episode of the League of Myths series. Please do not forget to throw in a like if you end up enjoying this episode. But without further ado, let's go to the first myth. This one submitted by Dora VS. What happens to Silver or Ari's Q if used, then they die and then revive? So for this one, I'm going to be playing Ari, and then as I throw my Q, the Pantheon will kill me. I'll use Revive, and you're going to see that the ball actually travels all the way back to the base but disappears about halfway, and also it hits the Sejuani, still dealing the damage. Now taking a look at the same thing but with Silver, as the Vi is about to kill me, my Q flies to the endpoint and then begins flying back to myself, passing through the Nidalee, dealing the damage, and the visual effect looks somewhat off, but it still looks like the Q flies all the way back to me in the base. So it seems like Revive will make the Q fly back to you in the base. The second myth submitted by Gary. Will Talon's blades follow him if Thresh lanterns Talon while invisible in his ultimate? So Talon's ultimate is known to make blades as he goes invisible, and then as he reappears, those blades fly back to his location, dealing damage along the path. But what happens if I go so far away from the blades with the help of Thresh's lantern that it ends up not following me back to my location? But in this example, you can see that that is not the case and the blades still come back to me. But we notice that I reappear whenever I take Thresh Lantern, so we switch it up and this time use Zillion and Jace to increase my move speed distance, putting me farther away from the initial blades. And this time, as I'm jogging away from my initial location at the base, only a few of the blades seem to fly back to me, and looking back at the base, you can see some of the blades are still floating in the air, kinda like they glitched out. So this is actually quite interesting and somewhat of a bug. Hopefully this is fixed pretty soon. The next myth for this episode. If Mordekaiser buys or sells items when he has a ghost from his ultimate, will the ghost stats get affected? So if you're unaware, Mordekaiser's stats go towards the ghost that he creates from his ultimate in order to buff it up even more. But the question is, are the stats on the ghost dynamic, aka they change based on the items you have, or are they simply static, meaning they don't change and are the same based on your stats as you kill them? So as I get the Udyr ghost, we earlier saw that he for example had 52 AP, and as I sold my Hex deck, his AP is still at 52. And same goes for his AD, it is still at 119 with and without the pickaxe in my inventory. So the stats on their ghosts are based off of what your stats were as you killed the opponent. And the final myth of this episode, is Thresh able to hook Azir through his ultimate, and how does Rengar jump work with Azir? For this one, we're checking if Thresh can even hook me through the ultimate, and if so, can he fly through the ultimate to go right on top of me? So he can definitely hook me through the ultimate, but as he tries flying towards me, the soldiers still stop him, and make the death sentence look more like a life sentence. And next, we were kind of curious to see how it will work with Rengar's passive, the jump. So the Rengar is sitting in the brush, and as I throw out my ultimate, he begins trying to jump on me, but you can see the soldiers, even though he looks like he kind of made his way over, still stop him, and they push him back right in the brush, and he can keep jumping over and over and over until the soldiers go away. Alright guys, that unfortunately does mark the end of this episode of League of Myths. If you did enjoy, please do not forget to throw in a like and share it with your friends. You can also have a chance to be featured in the next episode by just submitting your own myth by either putting it underneath this video in the comment section or tweeting at RedmercyLOL or on my Facebook fan page, also RedmercyLOL. The description underneath the video will have the links. But as always, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode and I hope to see you for the next one. Peace!